Okay, moving on. We got another Mike. We've got Michael Grabowski on this one. Dave, I'm curious if you have any insight about the work of Jack Kamen, particularly his EC crime and suspense comics, as seen, for instance, in Three for the Money from Fantagraphics, among many other modern reprint editions. Have you seen evidence of him or other comic book artists in the 1940s and 1950s attempting to emulate Raymond's approach or otherwise define their own method of stylized realism in comics art? I like this. Much thanks to both of you fellows giving your time and attention to this, if even just briefly to say no. And I'm going to try to do a little better than that for you there, Michael. I decided to type this one out to see if I could get it as accurate as possible to what it is that I'm trying to express. What Raymond did was to invent in 1945 a comic strip style of art that was closer to the naturalistic advertising art that emerged during the war and would dominate the post-war era. Before Raymond did Rip Kirby, the average comic artist and the average commercial artist would have looked at the problem of what Rip Kirby is made up of from their respective sides and say, it can't be done. You're talking about taking a style of art where the artist might take 36 photos and mix and match the elements, enlarging and reducing them, working and reworking the folds in the clothes and the facial expressions before creating a single image over several days. On a daily comic strip, by definition, you need to do 3 or 4 of those a day. Or a comic book page, 5 or 6 of those a day. If you've got a copy of Strange Death of Alex Raymond, page 69 is where I'm talking about this, but really just laying the groundwork for it. I go into a little more detail of how I see this actually playing out in our quote real unquote world. So you're just getting really the first glimmerings where I'm talking about what Raymond was facing going, this is the result that I want. I want to draw a comic strip in this style, and basically where is he putting his time in? What is going to be the best use of his time to get his comic strips to look like this and still be able to do 6 of them a week, which sort of ties back into what I was talking with Adam Elkadam. It's everybody's facing the same thing. What can you do? Where are you putting your time in? And how do you get to the point where you can do that comfortably enough so you're able to stay on schedule and maintain the schedule over extended periods of time. Once Raymond did it and was doing it, the evidence in the newspaper every day. I mean, guys like Jack Kamen, Reed Crandall, Al Williamson, who were enamored of that level of advertising art realism, knew that it could be done only because Raymond was doing it. How was he doing it? And there was only one answer: hyper-accurate intensity of focus. They recognized at a conscious level, because Raymond was picturing what the style would look like. and where you have to put your time in and how you're going to maintain this over a period of time. They're looking at somebody having done this on a daily basis and are going, I want to do that. How is he doing that? And if I can figure out how he's doing it, then I think I can do it. It's, as Robert Crumb said, it's only lines on paper, folks. So it's a matter of, quote, this is roughly what this figures / background / time of day / scene would look like, unquote, has to refine itself into, quote, this is exactly what this figure / figures / background / time of day / scene would look like, unquote. I eventually get to the point where, having explained this and having demonstrated, okay, this didn't happen in comic art until Raymond did it. Once Raymond did it, and other guys went, this is going to eat my life, but I've got to do this. I want to do comic art at the level that Alex Raymond is doing it. So it was, Raymond became a metaphysical nexus point for each of them. Kamen being a good example, and the works that Kamen had done that you cited being a very good example. Top flight, top of the line. In retrospect, if we're going to do a big, elaborate hardcover edition of Jack Kamen's work, here's the stuff at the top of our list. That this is what we're going to do. Raymond's intensity of realism depiction focus became their intensity of realism depiction focus. A metaphysical intensity chain reaction feedback loop building up over 10 years and multiple lives after Raymond had gone rogue. They were all plugged into Raymond, which had some disastrous effects, which I'll be documenting. And that's as far as I'm going on that particular teaser.
Well, there's one more thing you have to add. If you want to find out more, the GoFundMe link is, and then Matt puts it up on the screen right now.
Okay, yes.
That ties back to Mike Sewell's question of how do you handle marketing? Well, you gotta reel them in. You gotta give them the good bait, and once they chomp down, you just gotta spin that reel till they're on the boat.
And you also, I got to give JDG major marks on her innovation on the GoFundMe structure, which is every time another $200 US is raised, it unlocks the next page of my Strange Death of Alex Raymond mock-ups. The mock-ups that I did when the wrist just wasn't capable of drawing at all, and it's a nice democratic and egalitarian solution, because people who definitely can't afford to contribute much to a GoFundMe campaign are still able to contribute part of the $200. And the people who can afford to unlock a page or unlock most of the page, everybody gets the benefit of that. Everybody gets to read the next page. We're at page 314 right now of, I believe there's 555 mock-ups, or it's between what did it start at? I think 100 or 210 or 215 or something like that, and went up to page 555. So we're about 100 pages into the 500 pages, the 300 pages of mock-ups. That's page 555. This is where it becomes difficult to market it, because they're going, what are you talking about? Can you run that past me again? And it's like, I can either be completely accurate and have the numbers completely screwed up, or I can talk more generally and you just get the idea. You get to read page after page after page after page, because to be honest, the people who can afford to unlock a page, they really want to unlock a page because they haven't read a new page in 5 days, a week, something like that. It's like, I really want to read the next page. And then they read the next page, and then they want to read the page after that. And it's also one of those things that works really well for the people who want to get caught up. If you don't have the money for this, or you can only afford to kick in like $5 or $10, every little bit helps. But you can go to the GoFundMe site, and you can see it flashing on the screen right now, if Matt can figure out how to make this flash on the screen. And you can go there and actually read all of the pages that have been unlocked. I'm not telling Tales Out of School on that. That's really how this works, right? You can go there and go, oh, okay, this is the first page after the Carson's version of Strange Death of Alex Raymond. And here's Dave's mock-ups without Carson's commentary. This is just Dave's next page, and then next page, and next page. And you get to read, straight from whatever it is, page 209, I think, was my last page, and then through to 555 are all at GoFundMe in mock-up form. And then I've actually drawn 14 pages after that. So we're definitely unlocking pages at just about the same pace that I'm drawing them. So that's kind of cool for me. It's not really. There's going to come a point where the express train is rushing up behind me, and okay, well, the express train is just going to have to slam on the brakes when it gets to the end of however many pages I've drawn, and then everybody has to wait until I've got the next page done. One of the two most recent pages that I did took 3 days, and one of the most recent pages I did took a week. So it's somewhere in between there as to how often a new page is getting created. But like I say, I really admire the structure of it, that if you don't have any money at all, but you've got a computer, you can read along with everybody else. If you do have the money, you can do a favor for all of your other fellow Strange Death of Alex Raymond enthusiasts and unlock a page or unlock part of the page. And if you unlock a page, you make a donation, and let's say a bunch of other people have gotten the donations up to another $40 or $45. If you donate $155, then that means you unlock that page because you're the one that took it up to 200. So consequently, you get a piece of Strange Death of Alex Raymond production art. Whatever I'm working on at the moment, okay, this is how much the person donated, and I will either just sign the piece or personalize it to you. Rolly will mail it out to you, and that'll happen within a week of unlocking a page. If I keep seeing your name, and I know you've unlocked a few pages, Then you start getting some of the better production art. It's like, no, I'm going through the pile of tracing paper out back at Camp David, a lot of which goes back to Glamour Plus. And here's a nice page, and here's another nice page. So this person is getting these. Somebody who had unlocked, I think, a half dozen pages at this point, well, they got an original piece of artwork from Glamour Plus. Doing my best Stan Drake on some facial expressions, as I recall. But those are all, I got plenty of time until I find out that somebody else has unlocked the page. And then that's when I go, well, okay, time to down tools and go, what does this person get? Here's where they get it personalized. Here's where I write a little description right on the tracing paper of what it is that they're looking at and which page it's from. And this whole lurching juggernaut just keeps turning over and turning over. And I think we're actually getting better at it these days.
Well, I got to suggest, because it's not 100% free. You got to donate at least $1. That's the way the GoFundMe works. Is long you got to put a little skin in the game, but $1 gets everything that's unlocked Dropbox to you. You get, if there's 100 pages unlocked, you get those 100 pages for $1, which is a really, really good deal if you can only afford $1. And if you can afford $100, hey, $100 might unlock the next page and you get stuff. But one of the things I'm going to suggest to Jen is go back to the first unlocked page. Let's, format it for a moment of service. And then when she does her weekly post, say, okay, for those of you just, that are on the fence, this is the next page after the last Carson page. And you can start following along, but it's going to be really slow. Maybe every week she doesn't put a new page up. Maybe it's every 2-3 weeks. But, just give people a little bit of a taste of this is the kind of thing you can get for $1 minimum.
Right. I stand corrected in that case.
Yeah. It's one of those, it's what I keep trying to, for everybody that's, if you're trying to solicit donations, you got to give them a taste, just a taste. Because remember, the first hit is free. It's after that we start going, well, let's hawk Grandma's jewelry so you can afford to get your next hit.
I don't think anybody's that addicted to Strange Death of Alex Raymond, but
yet.
I don't know that for a fact.
They're not addicted yet.
But we're working on it. We're going to figure out how to get them from flavored smoke all the way up to fentanyl. We're here to serve your best interests and our best interests, and trying to make those two intersect.
Everybody's a winner when we win.
That's right. And you may already be a winner.